Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rain World Bingo. This is the third match from our 2v2 tournament that we're running. I'm Ice Tolbarones, and my co-commentator is...
I'm White Post. Hello, hello.
Okay. So this tournament's being run as a lockout bingo, which means there is counterplay between the teams, where if a square is obtained first by one team, then the other team cannot obtain the same square. The rule is the winner is first to a bingo, but if there are no bingos possible, which is a line of squares, then it'll be decided by who has the most squares at the end. So this is the blue versus the pink team. On the blue team, we have Nano Ferret, who has been streaming mainly Discord challenges for the past while, but has also done Hunter score attempts and just some other general things. So they've been one of the first runners to attempt some of the newer categories as well, like All Pearls. There's also Aira on the blue team. Aira has been also kind of newer to the game. And they've done, I think, mostly Hunter stuff. For instance, I asked them which Downpour Slug Cat they're excited for, and they mentioned Spearmaster, so they like to fight things. So interested to see if they incorporate that into their plan. For the pink team, we have Ender. Ender has the Ascension role in the Rain World Discord, which is quite a collection of challenges. So anyone who's completed that, you know they're a pretty skilled player. So I'll be curious to see how they do, because I haven't seen them stream that much or do speedruns, but I'm sure they'll do quite well. And then we have Haborp, who currently has second place in the any percent category and also moon percent. Haborp has been speedrunning for, I think, around a year and a half or 2 years. So, and they were also the winner of the first bingo we did. So, going to see how that goes. I think we're basically ready to start from everyone, though, in a moment. Okay. So, 3, 2, 1, starting the countdown.
In about 15 seconds, we're about to start.
Okay. Also, we can answer things that are going on from the chat as well during the race. But...
Yep, feel free to ask anything if you want to know. And we're starting now. All right, good luck to all the runners. And well, we will all be starting here in Outskirts. Just, you know, like kind of a vanilla start. But then we are going to be very interested in seeing how each team does their routing, because there's a few things that you can do here in Outskirts. But there's also a few other things that you can do early in other regions. So we'll see how much the routing differs.
There's already an interesting divergence with Ender going after Batflies immediately.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting. We haven't seen that yet.
Probably Hunter Passage is something Ender is going to go after. So one of the other things to mention so far is that a few teams have started off by double spawning Outskirts. So we are using a pre-prepared save file where we already have Survivor unlocked. Oh, Ariz was buffering. Okay, it's fine. We have a pre-prepared save file for everyone that has the Survivor passage already, so they can start making progress on the other passages immediately. And they can also still double spawn Outskirts, and they also can leap to Industrial immediately on the first cycle, which we saw last time.
Yeah, so neither Ender nor Haborp duped Outskirts. They both just rested
with like enough food.
Yeah, with enough food, without starving. That's what I was gonna say. I couldn't find the word.
It is kind of so it's a glitch that people don't necessarily know about unless they watch score runs, but in this game, if you rest in a region for the first time that you're there with a starve, it'll double the creatures, which is kind of it's useful for score runs, but you don't see it very often in speed runs. It's also kind of useful for some of the Discord challenges. And on Monk, it's a lot more manageable. On Hunter, it's just crazy, though.
So we see Nano going straight towards Industrial, showing off some speed tech while waiting on the on the doors. And we already see kind of like a big divergence. Havorp is going what it seems for farm arrays, right?
Yep, it appears so. Taking the Squid Cicada, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I think Era's carrying. Can't actually see that well.
The the flower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was wondering here, I've seen a few of the groups go for the 3 pearls immediately. So that's something that I would suspect the blue team might be going for here. I think this
Havorp
is
also has a flower. Sorry.
Okay. I think this is the first time I've seen one of the teams basically have both members just go to industrial immediately, and then the other team has 2 people on outskirts still.
Yeah, as I said, there's quite a few things that you can do in Outskirts. I also forgot to open my notepad of things that you could do in Outskirts.
You also have your race on Friday now, so
True.
probably seeing some of these has been a little helpful at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, blue just got Eat 3 Karma Flowers, and so right on cue, Havorp threw away the Karma Flower they were carrying.
Yeah, I think Havorp had 2, but I'm not sure. So they're close.
Oh, okay, it looks like Havorp's going for the Hazer.
Yeah. So Havorp will most likely end up going into Shoreline.
Yep, Havorp
instead of Farmer Race.
Yeah, I'm guessing Havorp will not go to Subterranean and will try to deposit the Hazer into the, I guess, special monk shelter that only exists for monk in Shoreline.
Yeah.
The bingo squares.
And then there seems to be just going to Farmer Race.
Oh, there was a rainbow sighting on Nano's screen there for a moment.
Let's go.
So it does look like between them, Ender is now angling to try to get into farm arrays, but there's a pink lizard there that's giving them some problems.
I'm kind of curious if Air is gonna end up going for the big Senti. Doesn't seem like it, based on the route, but you can get a big Senti in Industrial, and that's a square that has been in the past couple of races pretty much been decisive.
Yeah, true. I would imagine that most of the teams would be kind of going after that 4th column, because I think it's been basically the winner both times almost, or like has been hotly
Yeah, it has been the winner.
Teams.
Havorp is duping. No. Yes. No. No, Havorp isn't duping. Never mind. I thought they didn't have enough food, but they did.
It's kind of funny to think about that the teams are like adjusting. Maybe the teams are both thinking that there's an easy way to block the 4th column, and so they're not bothering to start with it and trying to do something more creative to throw off the other team. Because Pink still doesn't have any squares completed, but they're also going for kind of a challenging one to start with. It seems like Havorp is going after rest in 5 different regions, though, which is a little interesting because it's kind of a dead end, winning wise, except for like the 4th column. But besides that, there's no other way that they can complete a bingo with it because of the 3 Karma Flowers. So I'm wondering if this is throwing off the pink team's plan already.
Yeah. So Havorp isn't quite. Yeah, Havorp isn't quite going to sub just yet, or to Darwish. Sorry.
It looks like neither of them have carried the Squid Cicada so far. Because
yeah, I thought Havorp was going to, but I think they were just going for the Karma Flowers at that time.
Yep, Abra has the 3 pearls now.
I'm not sure if anyone has duped regions. I don't know if Nano duped Industrial.
Or no, I don't think so. I don't think anyone has doubled any regions yet, which is kind of an interesting choice.
Oh yeah, and their god, the toll, of course.
Oh no!
Oh no.
He's getting owned. No.
Yeah, I think there's not much of escaping from there.
No.
Unfortunately. Let's see how far.
Oh, they
no,
rested
that's
right
yeah,
there.
it's not too bad.
That's fine.
It's not too bad. Nano should be able to kill the Scav Merchant here soon. The next room is the room, so.
So Haburp so far, I'm just realizing this now, is essentially doing an any % speedrun up to now. So I guess that's not really a surprise.
Yeah, goodbye, Scav Merchant.
Never knew what's coming.
Oh, I didn't realize Blue also got the three perils. I'm not sure who did that.
Yeah, Era did that.
Oh, Era. Okay, nice.
So I'm wondering where she's going now, though. I'm not sure if there are any squares that go into shaded make sense for her. Might be going for the centipede now.
Yeah, potentially. Shaded, I guess you could kill the scavs, but you can also do that in garbage. So Nano would be in a good spot to try and get the 5 scavs, although that square is pretty hard.
I'm curious if Havorp is going to take the shelter here. Looks like yes.
Yeah. Then Havorp may end up going for the...
It's going to go to
Senti as well.
Going to go to depth sediment.
Yeah, so at least there's not going to be a column 4 win. Because it's going to get blocked. This time.
So now we're watching out for, I'm not sure where. So for example, Saint is one that I'm pretty unsure about the team's progress on that. I'm trying to get a quick spy of their passages when they rest.
Yeah, Nano only has Wanderers so far, so...
They're exiting out pretty quick, so it's hard to see.
Yeah, I don't imagine Nano's gonna go for Saint. But we'll see. Maybe.
I imagine barely anyone is gonna go for Saint.
Yeah, true. And like, I think if he ends up going to like square count or something, that'll make a lot of a difference.
This would be the first one that has gone to like has gone to squares, if that does happen. I was a bit surprised. I feel like my strategy personally would have been oh no, Havorp. It's okay, he rested in the filtration system.
Yeah, it's not too bad of a death.
Getting through this area is tough. It's just wasting time to complete other squares at this point for their team.
I wonder if Havorp's gonna get that, then I mean the big Senti you could do in here in sub, and it probably wouldn't take too long to do. I'm not sure if that's probably something that Havorp is considering, and then passaging out back to drainage to go into garbage after that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something kind of like that. Because the teams do have passages to go with at the beginning.
Yeah, at least the survivor one, as you mentioned earlier.
Yep, and there isn't. I mean, looking for centipedes, right? There are some options in other places, but I'm trying to think if wingipedes count for it.
Oh, Nano's back in
industrial. Yeah, it went from garbage to industrial. I'm guessing they're going to Pebbles now.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Okay, so wingipede's not alright. Need a larger centipede than that. So I'm not sure how many spots in the game as Monk actually do have that.
Basically, I think I was looking at this the other day, just kind of studying it, and it genuinely looks like it's like industrial and sub that are like reasonable spots to get the big Senti.
And that's about it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
There's probably a few more, but that's what I could look at, like reasonable spots to get that one kind of fast.
Well, at least Ender does have the Karma Flower. I'm kind of
Alright,
curious of where
Power
they're trying to
Beast
go
quitting
now,
out
though.
now.
Yep, that's depths for pink team. So now the fourth column is officially blocked.
And the road too as well.
Yep. So this is interesting how competitive it is so far. It seems like, I feel like though it just kind of matched up with what the teams were originally intending.
Did Ender prime the Echo already?
Yes,
Okay.
but the echoes here, I think Ender might have actually got the echo already, but
Yeah,
I'm not
maybe.
sure.
I wasn't.
But
looking at-
the echoes, that echo here for farm arrays at this time, you would need max karma to be able to get it. And I'm guessing Ender's plan is to carry the Squid Cicada 2 regions away and also enter Chimney from Sky Islands.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That's a way to get to. So I'm looking at the board here, if I can find them. Yeah, so that would be pink looking like they're potentially going for the lower left to upper right diagonal. But
Okay,
I'm
so
not sure because they're not really. I'll have to see if they go to memory crypts because they can't see. The teams aren't monitoring where the other players are. They're only monitoring what the board is like.
yeah, you can more or less get an idea from what each team gets as a square, but like for example, the pay and pass a toll, it like reasonably in the time that Ender got it, you could assume that someone from pink is in farm arrays or somewhere around there. Sky Island. No.
Yeah. So I would imagine as the blue team, you might be thinking about one of the ones in that diagonal that you could get quickly. Like, I'm guessing Aira is going for the memory crypts right now. And actually, this is interesting. I am realizing that blue also has the top left and bottom right diagonal that they might be going after.
Yeah.
Where they're going would make perfect sense for it too. So basically, if Nano goes and gets Enter Pebbles from Underhand, which normally you can't do it from the side, but see how confident they are in their like backwards direction skip for Underhand.
Yeah, this actually makes perfect sense, you're right.
Then they might be doing it that way. Because it's important to note also that for each of the enter region squares, it's supposed to be the first time that you enter the region. So if Nano goes quickly and just goes directly to Pebbles from the... Yeah, not from the underhang, so from the wall, Nano won't be able to then enter the 5 Pebbles region from underhang. Aira would have to do that instead, which also might be what their plan is. This funny pink lizard that doesn't exist for Hunter and Shaded. There's actually there's a spawn in the files that's actually just assigned to an invalid shelter, and that lizard is supposed to be there for Hunter also. Actually, oh no, I think Ender just died to scabs.
Scabs, why? Scabs are the most evil creature.
So, Ender does have the passage still right now. So if I was the pink team, I might be thinking to have Ender try to get to Pebbles from the wall.
I think it's pretty hard to assume that Blue is doing what they're doing, though. I think it is a pretty good play from Blue. Like, if I was pink, I wouldn't really be thinking about, like, the diagonal left to right until at least the Visit Memory Crypts one. And then pink will be like, oh my god. We gotta block them.
The other thing that I like about this route is for Monk that the yellow Overseer will light up the rooms for you, which is something that doesn't happen on Survivor. It's such an interesting, like, difficulty difference for Monk to have the lit up rooms. It's so cool, actually.
Yeah, for sure. completely forgot there was a feature until I played Monk a little bit, like a few days ago.
I think it's the only thing generally that's like a noticeable difference for Monk, other than like the lung capacity being less and some changes with the map. In the famous Monk shelter. But which I'm guessing Hawarp is still going for the Monk shelter. Also has enter garbage from drainage now.
Yeah.
So this also tips off the blue team of where one of the pink runners is.
I think that gives them a lot more confidence too, because Era has a pretty good advantage into going to pebbles from the underhang and memory crypts.
Yeah.
So
Let's see if they are headed down. Okay. So White Paws, if you were doing this, would you take the shelter that's here instead of? Would you take the shelter in front of this, or would you try to risk it and try to just go by the kelp in one try, or would you do?
No, I think I would take the shelter. I mean, to be fair, I'm also like a much safe player, I guess, than some of the others, but.
Era actually got the stone for the light. Okay, I never see that anymore. The way that the small spiders work is a little funny. Oh, that's actually a red in that room I didn't even know existed, actually. Okay. The small spiders take a while to become hostile. So, like, normally if you're in pitch black darkness, you can't quite tell. But generally speaking, if you can memorize the rooms and get through them quickly, the only time you generally will die to the small spiders is if they've been kind of aggravated by another creature before you get there. Managing to get through there smoothly. Okay. So now is the question for whether Era takes a shelter here.
I think. Oh, did Hawarp die? No. I think Hawarp going into Shoreline right now would be probably the best possible scenario, just because like I'm assuming they're gonna get memory crypts by the time that Hawarp is in Shoreline, and they're gonna realize we actually need to block them. Hawarp needs to go to Pebbles from the underhang and try to beat Era, I'd imagine. But it's gonna be pretty tough.
I suspect Nano is going to be entering Pebbles from the underhang, actually.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
It's looking good for the blue team right now.
Yeah, it is looking good.
It's looking really good for the blue team. But just looking at the position of where Pink is. So it's going to come down, really, I think, to how Nano, if they can manage to do the skip and get the underhand region.
No, Nano's going up.
Not going.
Yeah, Nano's going up. Okay, so Hawarp I think has a chance if Era messes up.
Wow. Okay.
They run still alive for Pink, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely. Getting by the kelps is so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is.
They're so easy to get by, but it's also so scary. Okay.
Hawarp has done Moon percent, right? Before?
Yep.
So yeah, they do have experience with this route quite a bit.
Hawarp was like the first person to really optimize Moon percent. So yeah, they're quite familiar going this way. Although I'm guessing they're going to be doing some safety strats, but there's another cool trick that I basically learned from them, which is that if you're going through pools with leeches, holding something that leeches can grab onto actually makes it so they don't grab on the slugcat sometimes. So a convenient item for that is a batfly. Literally, if you're just holding a batfly and going through pools, then leeches sometimes don't slow you down at all.
That's right. That Pink also has the right to left diagonal, but I mean Blue's gonna get gonna block that like first, yeah.
Yeah, because Era's just about there.
This is the best possible time for them to get that, just because Hawarp will know that they need to do some insane plays.
I'm quite impressed with both of the teams right now. They're
Yeah, same. This is some good routing, I think, for both of them.
and they both had, and everyone has had relatively clean runs so far. It is nice to see. So does Era have enough food? Okay, they're gonna go to the memory crypts at least first here, but then should be taking the shelter. And Nano opted not to do orb skip, it looked like. Which is kind of interesting, but maybe didn't have a stick. Okay, so I think Haborp just got to sleep in 5 different regions. But, so blue very early blocked the 3 Karma Flowers.
Alright, so Era's just resting to count the memory crypts one.
Yep. This is a game changer here.
This is a game changer.
So I think Pink has realized what's going on. And they're probably trying to beat to Pebbles, right? But there's no way they're going to beat Nano to Pebbles.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna head up there, but there's no chance. But Haborp may be able to get there first if Era has, like, the underhang is a hard region, so we'll see, or a hard section, so we'll see what happens.
In a funny way, it's harder as Monk than it is as Survivor. Because a lot of the lizards that you normally expect to kind of chase you, that you can get into different rooms, on Monk they're a lot more passive. And they'll sometimes camp you out in strange ways, and then suddenly switch to being aggressive, which is always definitely a pain as Monk. I'm wondering, I can't remember this. I think it's Monk has an extra daddy long legs in Unfortunate Development, but not an underhang. I think it's the same as Survivor. I can't quite remember.
I don't remember. I haven't done the underhang in like a billion years.
Whoever wants to go speedrun Monk intended percent will know the answer to that.
Yeah, Haborp is most likely. I think they're taking the Hazer, but I don't know if they're gonna risk the time that it takes for the.
Ooh,
yeah, they're just going to shade it immediately.
Mirrors.
Yeah. I think that's a better call. And try to be there.
Yeah,
This will be very interesting. I think this will be pretty close.
Because it's really important to note that as soon as Nano enters 5 Pebbles this way,
They
Nano
cannot get it.
at least cannot get the enter Pebbles from Underhang, and it's depending on Era. So it's really down to Era versus Haborp right now. But Era has kind of a long head start, but
Yeah, thankfully from Shoreline to Shaded, it's not too long to get to Memory Crypts, but it's at least a few minutes of a head start.
Yep. Ender also has a chance to could get to there from the reverse route.
Yeah,
But
it's
that
true.
reverse
You're
route is
right.
tough. So as Hunter, there's a grapple worm already in that room, but not the case for Survivor or Monk. So it's depending on some advanced tech to be able to get through that room, which is something that definitely not everyone knows how to do. I'm not sure if I've seen Ender go for any EI hops / wave dashes. I'm not sure if they know how to, but I am pretty sure Haborp does know how. They're already going for the
Memory Crypt.
yeah. And Era's making some pretty smooth progress through here. So the other thing I'm curious to know about, obviously Nano's not going to just stop here. Oh, those Miro Spirits really tried there. Obviously Nano's not going to stop now. So I'm wondering if they're going to consider to go for kill 4 species of lizard or the Hunter Passage or get the Comma Rays. Seems like another interesting thing they might do. But we are starting to get to the point where the lines are almost locked out.
I think this is the best possible scenario for Ender, though, getting it right now, so you can be at the top of like chimney and not well into the wall with no squares to get there, essentially. Like over here, at least you could like give up and maybe prime the echo, for example.
So, do you think Haburp's gonna take the safety shelter?
No, I imagine like maybe, but I don't know. Like if I was in pink, I would be like, yeah, they're like pretty far ahead at this point. Probably they have the lead for this moment. I have to just go. Yep. Mhm.
So, okay, they do have passages though. So, you can always passage to a place that you like visited or that's on the map. So, they're starting with like a map that has no shelters. Oh no, Hubbard needs a stick. There's no way I'll get past the kelp like this. Oh, he's just going for it?
It's scary. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate, yeah. Gonna have to go look for something.
There is a interesting way over the top here that I didn't know about till recently. Nice.
Oh.
Yep. No.
Oh.
So close.
That was close. Okay, here Era's pretty much done with memory crypt. So there's pretty much a memory crypt.
Memory crypt's in the lead. It's funny that so many people know how to get by the kelp by just swimming slowly. I never learned how to do that still.
Well, Nano's done.
Yeah, Nano has pebbles, which
and they're just waiting there. So
yeah.
So I'm guessing they're just done and hoping for Era to get the last square. Yeah. Oh, they need to rest after. You cannot quit out. Okay, yeah. That's good to know. That would have if I were to do that on Friday.
Yeah, the only one that you can quit out after is depths for obvious reasons.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But I am curious to know. So Nano, I definitely isn't just going to stop. They're going to try to get some other squares in the meantime here. But I am curious what they'll choose, because I think this is something they might not have read it at all.
Alright, we'll see what the underhang has to say, though.
Okay, it looks like Ender is going up the wall right now, which they'll realize that that's a bit of a problem. Nano, honestly, might just go back. Oh no, Nano can't. Nano can't. That's right. So this is also an interesting thing. If Nano manages to get back to the shelter and rest before Ender gets too much higher up, then they're going to realize there's no point in continuing up this way. And so I wonder what they might do in that case. Might try to learn how to EI hop on the fly right now. It's not the only way to get over there, but it's just it's definitely kind of a non-intended thing to do.
Yeah. Okay, Nano is going to rest. I thought they were gonna do a 1 billion IQ play and just not rest and go back.
that would
screw Ender really hard.
But yeah, that's Pebbles.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Ender.
So right now it's coming down to can Abra beat Haborp in a race to enter the 5 Pebbles region from the underhang. That's what this is all coming down to right now.
Yep. This is gonna be quite interesting if Haborp manages to get through memory crypts in a speedy manner.
If Ender had brought a Squid Cicada with...
Oh my god, the amount of...
The amount of...
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I think you mentioned this earlier. The runners are updated when the other team makes progress on the board, of course. But they can't watch their streams. Yeah. So they don't know where they are, but they do see anytime things are completed immediately. So Nano is now passaging back down
to the wall.
Yeah. Which is just a faster way down. But I'm not sure what they're going to go for here, because Nano cannot get the enter pebbles from underhang. That's important.
I think, I don't know. Yeah, what can you do from here? You can get the echo, I guess, like prime the echo. But
Basically, you're looking at that bottom row, or just going for quick squares.
yeah,
So Nano cannot get. I think Nano and Era, so blue, cannot get enter chimney from Sky Islands. Which Haber can technically still get that square.
and Ender can as well. Oh no, Ender can't, never mind. But Howard can, yeah, you're right.
He's the only person left who can get that square. Man, if we have a draw.
Imagine. I think Era's doing decently well through here. Howard is just about done with memory creeps in here soon.
I hope they're not too stressed right now. It'd be so stressful to be like not knowing where
your competitor is, yeah, and just having to kind of rush.
Also nice to see the Era knows how to escape when the grapple grabs onto you like that. Because I have seen some new players before where they literally just get grabbed by the grapple worm and never escape. They're just stuck forever until they die. Because you have to drop the grapple worm you're holding because you can't hold two of them. It's not very intuitive that the game acts like that.
Howard is in the underhand, or this is the leg. I don't know. Yeah, the leg.
Yeah, the leg.
So we'll see what happens. Era's doing pretty well.
Ender still has a passage, depending what they want to do with that. It looks like Ender doesn't know how to, or isn't confident in being able to do the reverse strat here.
Yeah.
The reverse strat, to be fair, is really quite tough.
Uh-oh, Era's got the...
Take the shelter, Era, take the shelter. Or did she already take that shelter?
I'm not sure. I didn't see her take the shelter, so... Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Yep, okay. That's probably the smartest thing to do at that point. That was a tough situation to be in for Era.
Yep. Man, Havrup's coming though. Havrup is on their way. Man, this is so exciting.
This is gonna come down to the wire if I have to guess. Howard is very speedy, as we said before, has the any percent record, or not had the any percent record for a bit, not anymore, but still second place.
Yeah, still a crazy good time, and also
yeah, still very good.
Winner of the first bingo. So
yeah, and winner of the first bingo as well. Just shows the amount of experience that Howard has. Doing all those fast pole climbing to catch up. Ah!
Making controller players jealous everywhere.
True. I can say from experience. Howard is very close to Era now. I think that room with the daddy long legs for Era is pretty unfortunate. So we'll see what Howard is catching up.
I hope Ender's not getting too discouraged here. They need to just believe in Havorp right now. That's all they can do. Keep getting squares. Pink can still win. Pink can definitely still win here. So just have to not get too discouraged. Because Havorp is right close here. Although I'm guessing Havorp is going to be pretty risky going through.
Yeah.
This reminds me, we did a race of intended percent at some point. Although I'm trying to remember if Havorp participated. I feel like they didn't.
Yeah, Howard's taking the shelter here. And they did like a pretty huge cycle without resting.
Was that a starve rest there? No. Okay,
No.
some food.
Yeah, they just got to food. Doping the underhand moment.
That would be a psycho move. Holy. But that would be the efficient way to get some more squares.
True.
So I wonder if that's like, okay, so I'm looking at Nano. They're doing friend, I think, actually. Do I see that?
Oh,
Comms
they
array,
got
okay.
comms array. Okay.
I've been too focused on the lower screen.
I think Ender may have been going for the same square, just nano slightly with them to it. Yeah, Ender's passaging out now.
Yeah, you can mention this again. It's important to note that for the enter chimney from Sky Islands and also enter pebbles from Underhang squares, it's you have to do it for each player on their first entrance to those respective regions. But a team can get it even if one person's disqualified. If the other player on their team fulfills it, they can get that square.
That's a spot and a half
This is quite unfortunate for Era at this
for
moment.
Era, yeah. Uh-oh.
I think they have to be bold. Because that Daddy Longlegs is kind of out of the way. Be bold, come on. It's so scary, though.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh, how warp is going. Oh my gosh, this is so close.
So
yeah, how we're going full Aero beat, I like that. I just saw it in chat.
You never know what could happen.
We'll see what happens to Howard, but they're in the same screen essentially. Oh my god! This is so close! Howard's taking the other way.
It is funny to notice what strats Havorp knows about and which he doesn't go for. They're both stuck on the same DLL right now.
But Havorp does have better luck. Oh my god. Havorp.
Havorp is now in the lead for the race to 5 points.
Oh my god. This is insane. Era got super unlucky with the Daddy Long Legs. There's still the underhang section though, so...
Yeah, they're so close.
Howard Pencil just died to a white lizard.
It all could have flipped back there. It all could have flipped back because of that camo lizard.
I don't know if Howard even... Howard's probably going at like... And Eras as well is probably going like at 1 billion beats per minute. That's probably not very healthy, but...
Okay, it looks like Era's getting through here now, though. Okay,
alright, this is still on. Like, reminder, one mistake and Havorp is going back to... like, one mistake from either of them and they go back to the same shelter, actually.
Yep, and this place is very risky to get through. So I haven't seen the DLL yet that lives on the screen that Havorp's on. So it might be in a terrible location, or it might have just fallen off the side, which happens.
Yeah, I think.
It looks like it fell off the side.
Uh-huh.
Okay, nice yellow lizard. I'm wondering what the cycle time for Havorp is like now.
Havorp took the shelter. It probably still has enough. Probably still has enough time to make it.
With a short cycle, it might be interesting some things that could happen here.
Yeah, true.
And Havorp also needs a full rest, so needs food, which I think they're also just thinking right now. There's more food that's above that's kind of safer to get, though. But it's could also just get that there instead. The worst thing would be if Havorp gets into 5 pebbles but is starving, and then has to fix the starve off of neurons. But I believe Havorp is remembering that they have to just eat ahead here. Oh, man. Okay, so sometimes there is a camo lizard in this next screen, but...
It looks like Havorp may just steal this one.
Just when you thought bingo was over.
Oh yeah, you don't... For sheltering, as long as you have the food in the shelter, the character or
Havorp had food with them.
Yeah. But if you haven't eaten, the Slowcat just eats it automatically, so it's not a starve.
Yep,
which is pretty convenient for speed sometimes.
Funnily, that does not apply to Hunter. That's only for Survivor and Monk that actually happens. And there's also a funny way that you can get a rest with fewer than enough bat flies. Also, bat flies count for double if it's like auto consumed, which is kind of funny. There are a lot of weird little things in this game, but okay, Halberd has this locked down now.
I assume Haworp is going to passage back to the shoreline. That's my guess. Well, wow, this is still a race.
Yep.
Wow,
Oh.
unbelievable. What a play. Howard played that, like, actually going full Eurobeat.
So now we have to start thinking about what Nano has been doing with all this time they've had after, because they basically finished their Meat Pebbles ages ago. So now it looks like they might be thinking of feeding 3 deer, perhaps? I'm kind of curious what other things they have here.
Ender and in the same area. They just happen to run in the same area. Like, be in the same area all the time. Ender is definitely gonna feed the deer here.
It has to be 3 different deer.
Yeah, it has to be 3 different ones.
Which is kind of weird, but... Yes,
yeah, and Haworp is going back to shoreline, which makes sense. If he still has the or if they still have the hazer stored, it's very possible they get that square immediately and then go to moon. Reminder that no one has duped any regions yet.
Yep, no one. They're probably running out of regions to dupe.
Yeah.
Like, Haworp was already rested in Subterranean, Shaded. I think the only place Haworp hasn't rested in is Chimney, maybe?
And, well, the left side, I guess. Pharma Race and Sky Island. And,
right, because Haworp just went to the depths immediately.
Yeah. And there's fed 1 deer.
Does it have to be in the same cycle as well, or is it just overall?
I imagine it's overall.
Okay. Because I think the 3 Karma Flowers one, specifies it's in the same cycle.
Yeah, it's in the same cycle for the Karma Flower one.
Pearls, obviously, is like kind of by default 1 cycle. Ooh, that Jetfish. No, okay. Haworp's going still. So I'm wondering what Blue's plan is going to be now for Era to do. So obviously passaging out.
Probably back to...
So Era, did they ever go into Chimney?
No, I don't think so. They may passage back to Industrial or Shaded, I'm not sure. Or she, but yeah.
Yeah, because this is the interesting part where I think we are now outside of what the runners accounted for.
Yeah.
Planning.
This is gonna be very interesting because I'm pretty sure, like, Blue's plan was definitely just lock it out with there, but Haworp just managed to snipe it barely.
So there's a count of 7 for Blue right now.
Era went back to Industrial, right?
Pink, so they're also very close.
No, yes.
I'm wondering if we might still be here an hour 20 from now and be looking at the secret tiebreaker we might have to pull out.
This is kind of crazy because I think the only road that... No, never mind, because Haworp should be able to get Moon at some point, being here in Shoreline, and the only one that is here, like anywhere close to Moon. So Road 3 may be locked as well. The only other option is Column 2 and Column 5 for there to be a win by Column. There may be a tiebreaker.
Yeah, we might have to see a tiebreaker of some kind.
Nano may have to get the friend, frankly, because if Ender beats Nano to...
Yeah, I mean, friend, Saint, that's all on the table right now.
It's just because
those are all things to consider.
Column 5 looks doable for Pink.
Yeah.
If Ender manages to beat Nano to feed the three different deer.
True, because I think we're seeing the hazer now.
Yeah.
So, like, it's also the bottom. I mean, right now.
On the bottom, yeah, you're right.
Pink has 2 plays right now. I'm surprised no one has fed a green lizard a blue lizard yet. That's kind of interesting, actually.
We've heard Pink was on the rush.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And yeah,
Um,
back to the fact that the regions haven't been double spawned yet at all, basically by anyone. It's gonna be so fun.
did Havorp not have the hazer? Havorp wested on the monk shelter, but they didn't get the score. They didn't get the square.
Did they miss it? Oh, did they not have the hazer? Oh, they can passage back there though.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so they can probably get it at some point. I might, yeah. They're just going to win right now.
Out of everyone, they have the most convenient chance for that. But Habrup's already used one of their passages, so they'd have to obtain another one, which you could.
Era's gonna get a big Senti, by the way, finally.
Yeah. A funny thing about Monk is they deal randomized damage, which is kind of noticeable sometimes. So Era did kill the Senti needed already, right? I just wasn't watching. Ooh, spooky scavs.
Ooh. If you look at the board right now, it almost looks like Pink was fighting for their lives because there were. I mean, column 1 was never like a snipe because Pink got the toll, but if you look at like out of context, it was oh, Blue had 4 squares in the column 1.
I mean, this still means that Blue could have a chance of going for the monk shelter, but it looks like neither of them are going for it at all.
Yeah.
At the moment. Well, one of them is going to have to start killing scavs.
Nano's doing the
deer
yes, well. The deer, yes. Oh wow, they just Ember and Nano just managed to do the same square at this, like, how? Wow.
So wait, like, has Ender fed the 3 deer yet, or
no, not yet, not quite.
They need to get to a shelter too.
Yeah, they're also doing the same square.
So
Nano's got 2, I think.
I wonder if Nano just goes back and rests at the closer shelter here. There's no close shelter, unfortunately, for Ender here if they're going towards the subterranean shelter.
Havor's got Moon.
Yep. As after they rest.
And they got a neuron. Okay. Ruthless. Ruthless.
So, okay.
There were people rooting for you, Howard, and then you eat the neuron.
Betrayed.
Betrayed.
Oh. Man, Nano's screen is interesting right now. It is a regular deer convention.
Yep, this is fine. So Nano duped. Must have duped this. Right?
Oh, that deer refused to eat. That deer refused to eat.
What is going on? Wait, no, the center have the 3 already? What is going on?
I'm not sure. This might be Ender's 3rd deer.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, so trolled.
What is going on? No!
This deer almost never turns around. Is it the end of the cycle? Is it the end of the cycle? Yes.
Oh.
That's the only answer there. Yeah, end of the cycle. That deer almost never turns around.
I am speechless to what we're seeing in this bingo. I cannot. My brain is going brr. Oh my gosh.
So.
Oh my god, Ender has to rush this part.
Yeah, it's I've done this before. It's really close.
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very tight.
Yeah, end up because the other room relative to this one is way smaller. It ends up being filled with rain by the time you get there, almost always. Because like this room is quite big. It takes a while for it to start filling, I think. I'm actually not even sure if this room fills. I think it does, but it's really slow. Chances are when Ender gets to the next room, it's going to be fully submerged.
Yeah, this is
Although
gonna be.
they got good rain. They got good rain. There's a chance. They got good rain. They just gotta go, go, go.
The jello is biting. No, no! Oh my god! No,
lizard.
Joe!
Oh, they're so
They
lucky
made
they
it.
didn't eat them.
They made it.
They have monk lungs though.
Ah,
Oh, they're not gonna make it. Oh, that's
oh
tragic.
no!
So many things happened there. So many
Tender,
things.
no! Oh my god, Nano just probably has the advantage on the deer then. I don't know how many Ender fed and also rested. Oh my god, no, Ender's back here. Oh, it's over. For no, it's not over, but like it's over in the sense that has to do that part again. Probably.
Yep. I mean, they have to
Oh,
keep going
that's
for it.
yeah,
So
I think so.
Oh, Pink already did take the Squid Cicada too.
Yeah, okay. And pink or blue took the feet 3 deer.
Yep. Nano just
Yep,
got that.
there we go. So
So
that
close. So close.
wow, that was something else.
So the only remaining possible bingos is that second column for blue
And row
the
5.
bottom row
Yeah.
for pink.
These may go to a tiebreaker. Oh, this is so exciting. This race has been absolutely crazy. Everyone has displayed so much skill.
Did Abra not get the big senti yet?
Maybe they did, but
Oh, Abra's trying to make a friend right now. And the green is ignoring them because they're monk.
yeah, she got the big senti, right?
I thought so, but
Maybe production.
I'm not sure if I missed it.
Can let us know.
Okay, I think they're just checking right now.
Okay.
So Haborp is getting a dream, I think. Yes, nice dream. That's what we want to see. Again, dream during speed events. At least they're not starving and have to watch it twice. So I am trying to think here. Like, where would you even go to find a live hazer?
Was Aira full? I thought it would count anyway if you try to eat it.
I will defer to Ice probably about that.
Yeah.
I know. So okay, the intent for it, the square, was that you had to get the 4 pips, like also to double check. But it's kind of like a bit of a unnecessary restriction for it. Yeah, there is the hazer and industrial. So I was wondering if we would see Halborp try to go there. I'm trying to think if I'm aware of any that are closer though.
The deer one got revoked.
Hmm. I'm guessing
Did
that
Nano die? Or something? Oh, fed the same deer twice, okay. That's what we get
Interesting.
out of production, so it is revoked. I'd imagine
Okay.
Nano is aware though, so it's probably going
yep.
back. Yep.
I mean, Ender now is trying the same thing again. That is a big deal. It did appear that Nano fed the 3 different deer, but it's definitely a little hard to tell. Yeah, now Pink can get it again.
This is the most crazy bingo ever.
Halborp has Saint.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well.
Well, that's proof of that, anyhow.
Yeah.
So, where are they going?
Probably back to train, no? Back to outskirts?
Is it time to make a friend with the green lizard who lives in outskirts from a squid cicada? Is it time?
I think it is time.
Get another passage and then go swallow the hazer and go back to the monk shelter? Because there's 3 foods right outside the monk shelter too.
There's so much stuff going on.
Yeah, I have props to the runners for sure for putting up with this craziness we're putting them through. This is so exciting, though.
It is very exciting.
Chimney from Sky, I believe only Habork can get that at this time.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone else. I'm not sure if no. Era did go to Chimney, right?
Oh, yeah, maybe Era can get it as
No.
well. Oh,
Yeah, I
Era's
think
getting
both of
fed
them
right now.
can. Yeah.
Dealing with the funny problem of having to do friend with, like, not being able to karma cache is such a pain. So that is also an interesting inclusion on the bingo here. There are a few spots that are probably best to do it, but so Era's made a friend now with that green lizard, but they just have to manage to get food,
Mm-hmm.
which I would consider actually to starve now on the first rest, and then do a star fix for the last one. But it would be depending on what food's around, and this is kind of terrible right now. But the
Yeah.
starve also gives you a chance to die if bad things are happening, and to try again easier. Friend only loses progress when you like don't fulfill its requirement. It's not like Outlaw and saying the other ones where you like kind of lose half a pip. Friend doesn't lose any progress when you die. It's only if you rest and haven't made progress with it that it goes back to
Yeah.
zero.
Miracle probably realized that actually getting that passage is like there's stuff that can
It's
just go
tough.
wrong.
Yeah, it's tough. For score runs, it was definitely the passage because in score runs they also actually ban karma caching. So
So
it was like the last passage basically to be included in the runs. They like did Saint before they managed to do Friend in their attempts.
that is kind of crazy. So Nano fed another deer now.
Yeah, and what we said earlier is that it's between cycles is fine. It doesn't have to be the same cycle. So once Nano has food, which might be a bit of a problem here, Farmer Rays doesn't have that much food around really. Might have to get a
So
noodle fry or something.
yeah, I think Nano may go to Sky Islands, maybe get the popcorn there if they haven't gotten that one. Or if it's been enough cycles, I guess. Which I'm guessing it has been. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like Nano hasn't been into Sky Islands yet. It's so funny to me
Nano
that.
went through Sky Islands, I think, but backwards, no?
Oh yeah, Nano did go backwards. Right, right. Can't.
Or well, backwards, as in like from Chimney to, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But all they did was go up to com arrays.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
1
Nice.
hour. The timer
time-
was not. We were not ready for a 1 hour one. This is a crazy bingo.
Time to slightly expand the timer. Oh yeah, here it comes. Yeah, I mean, I've been hoping the whole time that we would see this when we picked the lockout format, that we would see a bingo come down to this.
Reminder that like half an hour ago, it was like minutes away from Blue taking it just a right, like in the left to right diagonal. But now it's a lot closer.
Okay, so
Era's going back to shelter, right?
I'm sorry. So now that we have one more hour to go, and most of the board is done, but a lot of these other passages are pretty tough. I never thought I would be seeing
So,
someone get Saint, but
there's
it's been done.
There's some stuff that like most of them are done, but there's some that are locked. Like
Yeah,
the
double spawn, right?
the double spawn is gonna be kind of tricky for some of them. Nano, I'm not sure if Nano duped. I think they did dupe Farmer Race, but still need to go like pretty far away to dupe a different region, probably like to Drainage or something.
And another update is that blue has obtained the feed a green lizard
Yep,
blue.
there we go. Now, for real this time.
So now we are playing to squares.
Oh, feed a green, a blue also. Okay, so Era's about to get the friend and that then. Okay.
So at this point, it's going to come down to
How about peace?
squares.
How about duped, I think, right? I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Ah! How about must have? No, how about must have duped farmer race? Must have.
Yeah, this is kind of what it comes down to now is double checking who starved where. Because I would guess a lot of people haven't starved. And also, it is scab killing time, baby. It's time to kill some scabs.
Rule.
Yeah, Haber, you
That's
have a
something.
golden opportunity. Time to kill some scabs. Look, they're right here. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about.
this scab miss. What is? Oh my god, this scab massacre.
Oh, I think Haber. Oh!
Oh! No, they
Oh,
died.
it was a good try. It was a good try.
That would have been like 4. How tried.
Yeah, that would have been 4 right there. That would have been so close. Oh, that was a good try. I feel like the intended way of getting that square is like trading with the scav and getting a bomb and just exploding a toll, and then counting the bodies after. And
Nano's gonna get the big senti now. I assume.
yeah, no one's got the big Seni yet. This thing that like we were saying earlier, we expect to be so hotly contested. No one's still got it.
Yeah, Nano's directly just gonna go there.
Get him, Haver. And another thing that's interesting is that as monk, killing scavs is even harder, right? Because of the lower damage. So like as survivor, if I remember right, it's like 1 stick barely kills a scav. So like as hunter, it is pretty reliable for scavs to immediately die from you. But as monk, you're definitely gonna struggle to kill scavs.
Scab.
Also,
Dead.
the fact that no one has gone to echoes also blows my mind.
Yeah. I'm
I
not
feel
sure if
like,
Ender's gonna.
I feel like this would have been Ender's play for a while, right? Is just make it to the subterranean echo.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, Ender was
also-
pretty close to it, and then the deer turned around.
Yeah, earlier. Very true. Because I believe Ender got the one here for farm raise much earlier.
I haven't looked at the karma, honestly, so I wouldn't know.
I think Ender has like 4 or 3. I just looked
Okay.
at it.
Then yeah, I'd imagine Ender's. I mean, Ender has the advantage in that by quite a bit, because I don't think anyone else has gotten any echoes. So.
Yeah,
Ender
calibration from the pink team here. They're both dealing with the same green lizard almost. So I'm wondering if Era is now attempting the centipede again.
Probably both of them.
No one has done the Hazer cell, by the way. This is important to remember.
Ugh.
So this is interesting that I feel like the teams now you can see that they're like they've gone through all their contingency plans. Now they're improvising.
Yep.
We have reached the point of truly improvising, where the teams seem to be doing kind of the same things in the same area of the map. Like it looks like Nano and Air are both going for the centipede right now.
Yeah. Okay. So.
That's blue with 11 and pink.
How many does it
currently?
This is 5x5,
believe.
25. Oh my god! If blue gets to 13, it's over, right? Like, well, it may no, it is over because no one.
Yes.
Yeah.
If blue gets to 13, they win.
So they need 2 more, and they should get the big centi, I assume. So. Like Nano seems to be carrying it. I'm not sure. I cannot see very well. Or a centi, I guess. Not sure if it's a big centi.
It looks like it hasn't respawned for Era, or it's missing.
No, it's right there above. In the upper part. The big centi above Era. Like just
see it on
chilling. It's like above the
Oh, that one
tube.
doesn't. That one's not big enough though.
Is it not?
I don't think so. That one's not 4 pips of food. No way.
Pain. Thanks, deer. Very cool. We just heard the deer and their scream.
um,
Are you sure that's not big enough?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that one's definitely. So it's big enough to be lethal, but that one wouldn't be 4 pips of food. There's no way. Because I think that was the qualification for what counts as 4 pips of food.
Right. Well, we'll see. I think Naira missed, unfortunate. She had the explosive, but
This is the struggle at the moment, is getting this centipede.
oh god. And there is definitely most likely, or not definitely, but most likely going to sub. Okay, so Havok got the scabs.
Oh, we did? Okay,
Yep.
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 11-9 now. I haven't quite seen if any regions have been double spawned. I've been trying to track it, but
Havok definitely duped.
Haborp has an angry Noofly after them.
Havok definitely duped farm arrays for sure, 100%.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why they're seeing the scabs around here.
The mother newt, no. Havok run. Era's going back out. I'm not sure if the Senti was for. I didn't see.
Looks like they didn't get it yet. So I think Nano is trying their luck with the Senti now. That's why they're going this way, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it looks like it. They're both trying it.
Let's see here. Is there a big Senti for Nano?
And there is getting trolled.
That one I think is big enough. Okay.
They just got yeeted.
Yeah. See if it's 4 pips of food though, because this is the real question here.
That's
yes, yes. Okay, okay. This one might be in the bag for blue if they can manage to get another square here. I'm not sure where Nano's going though.
I just don't know which square can they get. Era can get Enter Chimney from Sky Islands, but
I mean, no one has seen 2 echoes yet.
The Hazer, yeah, the 2 echoes.
And the Hazer,
the
yeah.
Hazer.
They're in they're both in industrial. So if they can manage to get a passage and get to somewhere a bit closer to the monk shelter, that's really not unreasonable. Man, Ender has been having some horrible luck today that I have seen. It is tragic.
Ender's most likely on the way to sub. Oh my god, this deer. Wow, 3 deer on the screen. How convenient after blue already had that square.
So I don't know if Haborp has also seen the farm arrays echo at this point. I might have missed that if they did. But still, right now, seeing 2 echoes is definitely up for grabs.
Wait,
well, we're basically down to 4 squares here. And
Nano hasn't gone to Nano hasn't gone to shaded, and Nano I think it duped also farm arrays, but I'm not sure.
Oh, that could be an option. So an important thing about the double spawn is you do have to fix your double spawn. So you do have to like double spawn it and then get food to full and then save, which is pretty tough in some situations.
There's a big Senti.
Yep. Nano just got it. Okay, I see Avra passing somewhere.
Blue is 1 square away.
Cool art for friend that I never get to see in my whole life, except for now.
If I'm correct, then Nano will go to shaded and then just do shaded. Hopefully, try to survive, and that would do it for blue.
It's pretty tough to double shaded though. You have to. There's some spots that are probably better. Doing it at this shelter is not good. You're gonna be.
Yeah, we'll see what Nano ends up doing.
Yeah, looks like they're going for it. Yep.
Yeah.
This one's tough. This is tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nano doubled.
White Paws remember that as well. That
Nano
there's
doubled
another.
farmer race.
Yeah. So blue's in very close to being declared the victor mode. They just have to complete one more square here, which is the double spawn 2 regions.
Havorp is getting trolled by the deer. Classic.
Classic. And also because glitches are banned, and also their monk, they are stuck at the mercy of the deer.
What is going on? They're just having like a pool party.
The deer that Havorp is on appears to be attempting to drown him. That's what I can tell.
Yeah, Nano has to save now, and that will do it for blue. We'll see.
So
This
the
one is
tricky
hard to
thing
do.
here, yeah, there are going to be 2 pink lizards around. And as monk, you cannot eat lantern mice. You can't eat lizards. So you're depending on the fruits that are around in the rooms, but those fruits are not that easy to get. Also, you have, I guess the monk damage is unchanged, but this pink does not. Oh,
That was so sick.
oh, but now Star
No! Oh my god, that was so cool. That was so cool looking. And the laser was like, nope.
I wonder if they'll take a different shelter, or if they'll
Yeah, it is.
try to do this again.
I don't know, like, Nano's heart
This
must be
is
going
really
at like
tough.
1 billion. Nano's heart rate.
So the game has a glitch where if you starve the very first time you enter a region, it adds an additional set of creatures. So there are a few ways to do it, but the main point is that all the creatures are doubled. So there's just twice as many from every spawn.
Yeah,
It's
Nano's
important for
attempting
story-wise.
this one again.
Yep. I mean,
So-
this one's not that bad, but now the final boss of this bingo is that pink lizard that's going to be on the bridge every time.
Era seems kinda done, so Era or doesn't know what to do. It may be down to Era just cheering for Nano to be able to clutch this one out. Havorp again in the rear, like trying to most likely get to
The Hazer
Sky
is
Islands.
still available. There's still the Hazer.
True.
That is, I think that's what I would go for personally, is the Hazer. But I think Abra's the only one who can enter Chimney. Okay, I've been over this a few times. I just don't know the answer.
And as well,
It might be Haborp can also get that, but
Havorp can definitely get Chimney from Sky Islands.
okay.
And Havorp is also most likely going to do Sky Islands. That will be rough, but they have to do it if they manage to get there in time. It's still quite a ways for Sky Islands though, so we'll see how that works. And the Nano is edging closer.
Oh, eating the flower. Don't like to see that. Wasting time. That flower doesn't give you food. Yeah, as monk as well, so like your damage is the same as when you're starving, but moving around is a huge pain. Oh, that's like the most convenient egg bug I've ever seen. Unfortunately,
Oh my god.
oh, is it time to bring out the vaults to climb
The
and grab this
vault?
food?
Oh,
Yeah, it's time to do it. It's time to vault your way up.
oh my god. Oh,
Yeah. Oh god.
oh my god, Nano actually got it. Nano was talking about this before, like
Okay,
when we were
now
doing
just has to
setup.
go back. Yeah, now just has to go back to the. Now just has to go back to the shelter.
So funny thing, when we were doing setup, Nano was talking about the vaults and saying how they were like getting
Practicing
more
it and stuff.
consistency and practicing, and it actually came in clutch. Wow, what a story.
So it feel like at this point, there's almost no way, unless like Nano dies somehow or their game crashes.
Yeah,
Something
Howard has a
horrible happens.
way ways to go to Sky Island and cannot do sub. So
Yeah, this is very close to GG here.
wow, what a bingo we just witnessed.
Does that make you excited for yours on
That makes
Friday?
me extremely nervous.
Time to practice how to get Saint.
True.
Okay, so this is, if I count this myself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yep,
That is
that'll do it.
GG for blue.
GG's to Blue. Wow, absolutely unreal.
I think we might do a little quick bit of verification here, but I think everything is pretty known at this point.
I'm gonna give it up to all the runners.
Yeah,
Wow, that was
we're
impressive.
officially saying blue team wins.
That is
Okay.
impressive. Wow, GG's to Blue, and also to Pink for putting such a fight as well.
That was amazing.
That was an amazing bingo. What a race. That came down to the wire. Like, it was actually pretty close. Like, Haworp just on the rear end trying to get to Sky Islands. That could have changed things a lot.
Yeah, Pink had 9 there, and even though they did manage to block that bingo, which is the most exciting thing I've seen for a long time, was Haworp racing Era there. But man, there are a few there that they were just barely off of. Yeah, I'm just
Like,
I'm wondering which
the
ones,
two echoes
like
would have...
feeding the green to the blues, maybe one they could have considered to go for. I mean, eating the big centipede was one they kind of missed on. But yeah, it was that was quite a race.
That was so exciting. GG's to Blue again. Absolutely impressive skill display right there from both teams. Yeah. So yeah, that makes me super excited to see the next matches as well as the next round too.
So yeah, for anyone who's interested, I'm not sure if we have much else to comment on for now. That was quite an interesting.
My brain is killing me. There was so much going on.
I'm just trying to see if anything else is going on here. Okay, yeah, they're just verifying the double spawn. Okay, so basically the same time on Friday, I believe. It's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, same time as today will be the final race of the first round for the 2v2. I think this is, I can't even remember now. Is this the 4th bingo thing that we've done?
4th bingo, indeed.
Okay. And yeah, this is all a lead up to Downpour. Because after Downpour comes out, everything is going to change.
Yep.
I'm sure the next bingo is going to be Downpour themed in some crazy way. So,
that'll be super exciting.
Yeah, I hope everyone is. I hope everyone's excited for that.
Yep, and thank you again.
For the next race.
Thank you again for
watching today. This has been excellent, and thank you, White Paws, for commentating as well.
Yep, as well. Thank you, Tolerance, for helping us out.
I just want to also mention Iced, who has been running everything in the background the whole time. This would not be happening at all if it wasn't for Iced. So, props to him for that.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you want to say anything, Iced, but I think we are. I think we're good to wrap things up now.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for
watching. See you all on Friday.
Have a nice couple of days until Friday.